Bro, I've had such a bad day. I hope I can just enjoy some FC Mobile. What is this Harambo formation I'm up against? And where did Dembele get all that pace from? My defenders can't do anything, my keeper can't do anything. How did he score that? Why are you telling me to shush? I don't even said anything to you. Why are you telling me to shush? Why am I watching this dumbass celebration? Why am I watching this pace abuse goal? Who needs to see that back? We don't need to watch that back. And he's pace abusing again with the Elastico. My defenders can't do anything. Oh my gosh, my goalkeeper actually makes a save. I can relax now. I can get back in the game. But what's happening? My defender passes it back to him. What the hell is this bullshit? Why is he making me watch this celebration? Why are you emoting on me? Why is Vieira posing like Diddy? What is happening, bro? Why is he what is this Diddy celebration? Why do I need to see this ass replay? I literally gifted this guy a goal and Savage stared at the ball. What is that replay? And he's passing the ball in the 20th minute. He's emoting on me and passing it around the back. It's the 20th minute. What is wrong with this guy? Why is he passing it around the back? You're kicking it all the way. You're switching it all the way there. How am I meant to get the ball? What is wrong with this game? How am I meant to get the ball off this guy? He's been passing it around the back and he's emoting on me. What the bro? I just wanted to play some FC Mobile and this is what I'm up against. What is this game? What the hell, bro? He's still passing it around the back. How am I meant to get that ball? How the hell am I meant to get that ball? After 86 minutes, I finally have the ball. And would you look at that? I've actually scored when I have the ball. Oh my gosh, why is he still emoting? I'm about to destroy this toxic ass guy, but what's he doing? How am I meant to get the ball when he's running to his own goal? What is this game, bro? Who the hell are these opponents? A 2-1 loss and he's still emoting, bro. Why are you still emoting? How are you gonna shake my hand and say GG after that? I had 21% possession, only one shot on goal. This is bullshit. Back passing, emote spamming, not skipping replays, pace abusing. What you just saw is the average head-to-head player in FC Mobile, ladies and gentlemen. But it's not the only type of head-to-head player you can come across in FC Mobile, which is why today I'm going to be uncovering the different types of head-to-head players in FC Mobile 26. Every type of FC Mobile player falls under one of two categories. People who are just trying to ignore the fact that the game is an online casino and are just trying to play some football, and people who have no hobbies or real-world accomplishments and just want to ruin the game for everyone. I've pretty much already shown every single characteristic under this category in just the intro of this video, with only the exception of hackers. So now we're going to be talking about the different types of head-to-head players that result from people trying to enjoy the game. Themed squads. If you use a themed squad in FC Mobile, you most likely lose 80% of your games. But when you win that 20% of games, it makes all the pain worth it. Here are some of the themed squads that can be used as a reference. A Manchester United themed squad. This person is a Man United fan and hence tries to enjoy the game by using the players from their favourite club. Unfortunately, in doing so, this person has made it physically impossible for them to win 5 games in a row in head-to-head. Here is a sus themed squad. Whoever uses this team probably has been invited to a few Diddy parties. Me personally, I don't know anyone who uses this team, but yeah, ever since Diddy got locked up, people have been using Sus FC to try and get the freak off in FC Mobile. Here is an Arsenal themed squad. Arsenal fans have gone too long without seeing their team win a trophy that they have decided to use the Harambo tactics in FC Mobile to try and see some success. They are great at scoring from set pieces like corners and free kicks, but just like in real life, they always finish second in their leaderboard and are always 1 star off the amount of stars that they desire. Here is a Chelsea themed squad, and wow, you couldn't even make this up. They have a full bench as well. I don't even know what to say other than the fact that the game probably crashes every 3 minutes because the game can't handle how many players they have in the squad inventory. But yeah, Chelsea fans are willing to go through this if it means that they can try to enjoy the game with their Chelsea squad. Here is a Real Madrid themed squad. Madrid fans who play FC Mobile are smart, because through having a Real Madrid themed squad, they automatically unlock an exclusive 12th player, that being the referee, which is something no other club is capable of. And wait a minute, how the hell are you gonna have a Real Madrid themed squad and not even have the BBC trio in attack? And wow, would you look at that? Look at what this guy's done. Not only does he have the BBC trio in attack, but he went one step further and ensured that every player behind the BBC trio has a BBC themselves. That's actually genius, bro. Whoever came up with a squad must be on par with Pep Guardiola in ball knowledge. Moving on, we got the FC Mobile player that has given up on trying to build a themed squad and have just accepted all the cards that EA gives from 3K gem packs. Actually, now that I think about it, people who have this squad just have PTSD every single time they use their players. So I don't know if I should include it in the trying to enjoy the game section, but who cares, man? We're just going to move on. Here is an Inter Milan themed squad. Users of this squad would enjoy playing against every opponent except for people who use PSG themed squads, as this results in them losing 5-0. Here is a Bayern themed squad. Not only do they got Nicholas Jackson, but they haven't even lost a game yet this season at the time I'm recording this. But EA doesn't respect Bayern players like Harry Kane and all that, so this person probably still somehow loses most of their FC Mobile games, despite it being the opposite in the real world. And then, yeah, to end us off with their themed squads, we got a Barcelona themed squad. Rafinha probably does most of the work in this team, but Yamal probably still gets all the credit and praise. And yeah, those are some examples of themed squads that people have created in an attempt to try and enjoy the game. Now, we got the F2P event grinders. These people do their daily quests like they're Jinwoo from Solo Leveling. These people are literally beefing with the game every single day. Being an F2P in FC Mobile is like Neymar trying to win the Ballon d'Or. No matter how hard you try, you are always destined to fall short to the system at the end. You pack a good player after months of opening packs. Okay, now how are you going to rank him up? You've built a good squad. Okay, but a person with a higher badge level is still going to have an advantage. You've spent a whole event saving shards for one player. Okay, but how useful is that player going to be after 1 month? Being an F2P is filled with highs and lows, but there's a common sense of pride in the F2P community through knowing that they are basically playing an online casino without actually giving the casino money. Well, I guess time could technically be considered money to some extent, but you get the point. F2Ps are grinders, and yeah, there's not much else to say other than the fact that they played a rigged system to the best of their ability, which is something you gotta respect at the end of the day. Next up in the people who are trying to enjoy the game category, we also got the pay to wins. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I used to view pay to wins in the trying to ruin the game category. Well, if you just use your parents' money, then I guess that's still kind of lucky that way because you're just wasting your parents' money on a game where your cards become outdated after like a month. But to the people who spend their own money on FC Mobile, do they have a gambling addiction? Maybe, bro. Are they low-key wasting money on a game? Yes, bro. But at the end of the day, people can do whatever they want with their own money if they think that spending money on a game rather than time is a better decision for them personally. Me personally, I wouldn't give EA a cent if I wasn't making money back from the game. But my main point is, at the end of the day, pay-to-wins are just trying to enjoy the game, and the harsh reality is, in doing so, pay-to-wins have a slight advantage over the F2Ps for about a month. Cause like, bro, these 4,000 shard captain cards literally costed like $100 each, and now they're all worse than the cards that are freely attainable after like 2 events later. But yeah, man, now it's going to be moving on to the people with no internet. Bro, if you think head-to-head is rage bait when you have decent Wi-Fi, I don't even want to imagine how rage bait the game is for people who don't have good Wi-Fi / server connection. Not only do you have to deal with the game's cooked mechanics and blatant scripting, but adding horrible ping and lag on top of that, bruh, that's like a team of kids in wheelchair going against prime Barcelona, and those kids in wheelchairs probably have a better chance of having a good time compared to people who play the game with constant lag. But yeah, man, all I can say is, to these people, is that I pray for your mental health. And yeah, bro, you pretty much have it. Those are the types of players in FC Mobile 26, and watch all my other videos.